Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hammond, Louisiana for the 2013 Krewe of Omega Mardi Gras Parade. This is the 27th edition of the Krewe of Omega. Although they've had 2 rainouts in the past, the weather looks great tonight. Not a cloud in the sky, mid-50s. We got a great crowd gathering. Looking forward to bringing you the parade. I'm Ricky Winburn, along with Chester Winburn.
That's right, man. Look how great it looks. The crowd is gathering. We're having fun. And Jim Cantori's not here, so we're going to have a ball tonight. Well, there's a few people we want to thank tonight. We want to, first of all, thank WSTY Television and Miss Beth Davis. She's behind the camera with us this evening. And also our special cameraman for the Krewe of Omega is Reggie McHugh. Reggie's here every year. We really appreciate you guys, and we're looking forward to a great evening of fun and merriment with the Krewe of Omega Mardi Gras Parade.
We'd also like to thank Star Tractor of Hammond for giving us this platform tonight. That's Charlie and Trudy Ciolino of Hammond, Louisiana. Thank them for their support of the Krewe of Omega.
Yes, and all the police, the Hammond Police Department, the various captains we'll read off to you later on, but we're really looking forward to a good parade tonight. The theme of the parade tonight is the best things in life. What a incredible theme for this parade tonight, huh? Because it's all about the best things in life. And the best things in life here in Hammond, Louisiana, and Tangipahoa and the surrounding parishes, we just enjoy life here. There's a few people we want to continue thanking tonight. We want to thank the Hammond Police Unit, Police Department, Chief Roddy Duvall, and Captain Angelo Monaster for their continued efforts to put the Krewe of Omega Parade on the streets of Hammond, and for escorting our floats to and from the Den in New Orleans. There are there's almost 50 entrants tonight in the parade. How many floats are there, Ricky?
There'll be 8 professional floats. You'll have the King and Queen float to look forward to, and all the floats will go along with the theme tonight. Should be a great night for kids and families alike to come out, get some good throws tonight. Also, we're going to look forward to, I think, about 7 marching bands. People love the bands in a Mardi Gras parade. Get the crowd dancing and moving around. They love to hear good tunes here in Hammond. All the bands are from Tangipahoa Parish, nearby Livingston Parish. Should be a great night. The bands will be judged tonight. Top prize will get a certain amount of money. So a great night for those kids in high school to come out, and a great night for them to remember and maybe raise some money for their school. Yeah, the judges are placed in separate areas all along the route tonight, and we're going to have one here with us. Joy Winburn is I don't see her here yet, but she's one of the judges, and they will be judging the bands tonight, and they get a nice prize afterwards. So we're looking forward to a good evening. You know, Ricky, the King and Queen of Omega 27 is Wayne Edward Tucker and May Rose Gypsy Prinz. They've been crowned King and Queen Omega 27, and tonight they begin their reign over 2012-2013 Krewe of Omega Carnival season. Mr. Tucker and Miss Prince are natives of Metairie, and they have resided in Loranger since 2004. And we really look forward to their reign to begin tonight. Yeah, Mr. Tucker, he's the director of the Louisiana Ballroom in Hammond. He was a ballroom dance instructor for 18 years prior to becoming the director and franchiser for the main office of Fred Astaire Dance Studios. Miss Prinz, she co-owned and operated Architectural Wood Manufacturers, a custom millwork company, for 49 years. She is also a professional registered parliamentarian and a certified law office associate. She has served as president of the National Association of Women in Construction and the National Association of Parliamentarians. We'll have more about the King and Queen as we see them coming down the parade route now. As we turn around, we can see the police motorcycles are starting to lead the way, and they're just a few blocks away from here in downtown Hammond, Louisiana, as we get ready to welcome Krewe of Omega 2013.
That's right. You know, I met the King and Queen today during the trek up in Independence, and it was absolutely incredible. They're beautiful people, and they're going to really represent Hammond and the Krewe of Omega this year in a very fine fashion. So we're looking forward to this parade. We hear it coming. The crowd's excited. We're excited. We're getting pumped up. The police motorcycles are here. The vendors are selling stuff. We're just having a ball here tonight.
You know, Chester, as you turn back and look down, what street is this? Northwest Railroad Avenue here in Hammond. The crowd looks thick, just a block away from us. Looks to be 5 deep in some location. And then they made the change to Friday to get more families out, more children out. And as you really look around tonight, you can see kids just running in the streets, throwing footballs, having a blast out here tonight.
And that's one thing I've always appreciated about the Crew of Omega is it really is a family event. You know, a lot of the parades you go to in the cities and so forth, they're not really family oriented. The Crew of Omega is. It is a fun place to bring your family, your children. They cook out and enjoy, and especially when the weather's as gorgeous as it is tonight.
Hey, you know, Chester, earlier today I was driving down the street here, and there was a gentleman set up his camper right over here, and he just looked like he hung out all day, tailgating, had him a pot of gumbo going, looked like he was having a blast. You know, that's really what it's all about here in Hammond.
I could use some of that gumbo right now.
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly. It's getting a little chilly.
I wonder where that guy is.
I know. So, and you never know, people with the Super Bowl going on down in New Orleans, I'm sure people in the hotels around here are full, and then we could have some out-of-towners here to enjoy the parade tonight and show them what it's all about down here in South Louisiana.
Yep. If they haven't made a parade, this would be the one for them to make. I tell you what, they would surely enjoy it. But you know, the Crew of Omega does a lot of great things for the community. They really promote community, and all year long they hold events and fun things for the crew, but they include the surrounding communities in it also. The school system, the schools, various clubs and organizations get involved in it. So it just creates a real positive atmosphere for Hammond, for Tangipahoa Hope Parish, and for Livingston Parish. So the Crew of Omega would be a great place if you're looking for something to join and be a part of. The Crew of Omega is wide open for membership. So, you know, you could always call Joyce Smith or one of the members if you know them, or contact somebody with WSTY TV, Channel 22 at Charter, and they'll be happy to put you in touch with all the right people. But it's really wide open for membership, so come on, let's have some fun. Boy, the sirens are blaring, here they come. You know, Ricky, the Hammond police, they are really good about supporting the Crew of Omega parade, and as you can see, they just put everything into it, and the fire department, the whole city just turns out for the Crew of Omega. They really appreciate the involvement that it creates in the town of Hammond.
And we'd like to give a special thanks to Police Chief Roddy Duvall and Captain Angelo Monaster for their continued efforts to put Crew of Omega Parade on the streets of Hammond and for escorting the floats to and from the Den in New Orleans. They do a great job for the city and the crew, and we thank them for serving us in this capacity. Chester, here we have the Hammond Fire Truck, Assistant Chief Stormy Lee, here with the Southeastern Lions fire truck. I love to see the green and gold. What a great ambassador for the city.
Yeah, I love this fire truck. You know, it's parked right there at University Avenue and Oak Street, I believe it is, in that fire station, and it's always exciting to see it. You know, it represents Southeastern Louisiana University and the fine partnership with Hammond, the city of Hammond, and it's awesome.
You know, speaking of Southeastern, the Crew of Omega actually has some ties to the university that date back to the 1970s. The Crew of Omega is actually named for the Alpha Tau Omega fraternity, which originally began Mardi Gras in the city back in the 70s.
It's North Shore Broadcasting, Tony Maggio, and his son Noah, for sure I know are on that in this truck. So let's wave to them. Thanks to you for being in the Crew of Omega. We really appreciate it.
And Chester, coming up here, I believe it looks like the Amped Brass Band. We got Miles Lyons, Wesley Menino, Matt Dahlman, and Jonathan Lyons going to give us a little jam here.
Yeah, this is actually the group you see at the Southeastern football games that roam around the stadium. Miss Joyce told me about that they were going to be in here. And we really appreciate these guys. They just create such a fun atmosphere.
And it looks like we have our first official professional float here.
Yeah, this is the captain's float with Joyce Smith and the various mayors. So we're going to make sure this float stops in the right place.
So some of the mayors we have here, the Kentwood Mayor Harold Smith, Tangipahoa Mayor Brenda Nevels, Roseland Mayor Wanda McCoy, Tickfall Mayor Anthony Lamonte, and Hammond Mayor Mason Foster. And we're going to stop here and give a toast from Captain Joyce Smith on this float here titled Downtown.
We have a toast for all of you. We thank you as a Mayor Mason. We thank you, Ms. Nevels, and we thank you, Mr. Smith, for coming on our parade tonight, for hosting us, and for your hospitality on the trek. We thank all of you for coming out tonight, and we appreciate all of the hospitality that Hammond has given us.
Joyce, on behalf of all of the mayors, let me say you have done a marvelous job, as always, of running the crew of Omega. You are an outstanding captain. You and your co-captain, John, I want to salute you again for a job very well done. The weather is perfect. I just say this is one of the best ones ever. Hail to the captain of the crew of Omega.
Another awesome toast here for the crew of Omega in Hammond, Louisiana. What a great evening. Have fun. Laissez le bon temps rouler. Who we have here, Ricky?
This is the Hammond High School Magnet Marching Band Flag Team Tourettes, directed by Joan Weatherly.
All right, awesome. Here we go. Now they're going to be judged tonight. There's a judge here on the stadium, on the stand. All right. Once again, who is that? Hammond Magnet?
It's the Hammond High Magnet School.
Oh, I got it. Fine job, fine job. I'm glad I'm not a judge.
The Tornadoes.
And these must be their flag girls?
It's the Color Guard.
Color Guard. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, they're rocking.
All right, as the Hammond High School Tornado Marching Band Flag Team walks past us here, we'd like to take some time to talk more about the King and Queen as we see them coming down the street here as they prepare to toast the Mayor and Chamber of Commerce. As we mentioned earlier, Mr. Wayne Edward Tucker and Miss May Rose Gypsy Prinz were the King and Queen of Omega 27. Mr. Tucker, the ballroom dance instructor for 18 years. He was awarded the Longevity National Award from Fred Astaire for outstanding dedication to the ballroom dance industry for 25 years of service. One of his fondest memories is receiving a proclamation from Mayor Morial down in New Orleans, I believe, for an opening show performance prior to Muhammad Ali's championship world title fight at the Superdome in New Orleans. At this time, he introduced a new dance called the Ali Shuffle. He also directed American Ballroom, a long-running television show. Mr. Tucker enjoys spending time on his ranch, taking care of his horses, gardening, and fishing, but most of the time, he is dancing. And then we have Miss Prinz here. She has always been an advocate for education, and the Prinz family has supported an endowment at Tulane University for the past 20 years. Miss Prinz enjoys ballroom dancing and ballroom dance competitions. She also starred in the American Ballroom television program. Her other interests include traveling, gardening, reading, and enjoying her puppy, Bo. Wayne and Gypsy are very excited about their upcoming reign representing the crew of Omega as King and Queen Omega 27, and are looking forward to a year of fun-filled merriment and community involvement. Let's go to Mayor Mason Foster and King and Queen for the toast.
King Wayne, Queen Gypsy, on behalf of the city of Hammond, we say welcome. We've already presented you with the key to the city. This is your night. Hail King Omega. Hail Queen Omega. Hear, hear.
King, Queen of Omega, on behalf of the Hammond Chamber of Commerce, hail King and hail Queen of Omega. Hail, hail.
Hear, hear. Enjoy the night.
Have fun.
Laissez beau temps rouler.
All right. King Tucker and Queen Prince, Omega 27.
Yep, they've already enjoyed their reign tonight because we're more at the end of the parade, and I know they've had an exceptional time during this parade. They absolutely look gorgeous in their costumes.
And those are some wonderful costumes they have on there.
They put a lot of work into
lot
that.
of work.
So who's coming up next, Ricky?
This should be Lieutenant Jovie Terrace float, dining out.
Yeah, the best things in life. I definitely like the dining out part of it. Who's on this float? Do you have those listed?
Lieutenant Jovie Terrace float, Karen Acosta, Libby Bill yacht, Mason Foster, although he was up here with us just now, Angie Herrera, David Keys, Martha Maxwell, Ralph Maxwell, Dean Pertuit, Leah Ann Sadden, Rosemary Gamilla, and Virginia Vutera.
I think they've had some fun tonight.
The throws are coming, Chester. The throws are coming.
I know it. I bet they unloaded downtown there before they got to us.
Not too much, because it looks like they still got some throws left. Oh! Happy Mardi Gras!
Hey! Errol, that's pretty. I want one of those. Yeah!
And right behind this float, we have the Amite Warrior High School Marching Band under the direction of Will Allen.
Oh, they have great costumes, don't they? I see some great smiles. Must be enjoying themselves.
They have their dance team with them tonight. The Amite High School Marching Band from Amite, Louisiana. See if we can get them to play a little tune for us tonight.
Yeah.
Looks like they're about to play something for us here.
Yeah, here we go.
A great job there by the Amite High School Fighting Warrior Marching Band from Amite, Louisiana. We appreciate them being in the parade tonight, and that was some great tunes there.
You know, the drums and the horns, they just bring the excitement for a Mardi Gras parade, you know, for any parade. You know?
We talked to a lot of the spectators along the route. One of their favorite parts of the parade are the bands.
Oh, absolutely. I remember going to the Mardi Gras parades in New Orleans when I was a kid, and the bands would pass and those drums would beat like that one is right there. Man, it just gave me chills as a kid. Still does. I'm just a big kid at heart. Well, Ricky, the next float coming up is Lieutenant Terry Peixoto.
The title of her float is Carnival Circus.
And Chris Spanky Andrews, Michelle Dixon, Renee Donawar, Stan Webster, Susan Webster, Therese Arsenault Cowser. There may be some others on there, but that's all I have listed. But oh boy, look at them throw.
Oh, they look like they're having fun tonight. Look like they're having fun tonight.
Beads. Let's see if we can get some. Hey! Now we're talking. See, that's traditional Crew of Omega, man. They just unload on you.
Right behind that float, we have Miss Southeastern Louisiana University, Renee Piku.
Awesome, Renee.
Then behind Renee, we have Queen of Erin, Miss Lacey Zeller.
Okay. Oh, here comes Lieutenant Joe Smith, Casey Jones. And on this float, we have Coach Ryan Surpass from Springfield High School. Tell us about that, Ricky.
Well, Ryan Surpass is a guest of Joe Smith tonight on his float. Ryan Surpass brought the Springfield Bulldogs all the way to the semifinals in 2A football and was a 2A Coach of the Year for the state. Congratulations to the Springfield Bulldogs, furthest they've ever been. This float is packed with people tonight. Joe Smith, Cynthia Bowe, Kurt Bowe, Terry Passman. The second half of Joe Smith's float. Joe Smith, a popular guy, has a lot of people. This is bingo! Large, beautiful floats tonight. All these people. Miss Rose Arsenault. Here we have the Springfield High School Marching Band under the direction of Miss Angel Baris. Let's see what they're going to play for us tonight. The Springfield High School Marching Band there, Chester. Just to mention, Springfield High School, along with Holden High School in Livingston Parish, were named in the U.S. News and World Report best high schools in the nation this past year.
Yeah, you know, I looked up that a little bit to see there's all sorts of, all different areas that the U.S. News looks at to judge them on being one of the best high schools. Who's the next float we have, Ricky? This is Sis Barsley's float, The Office.
On this float, we have Leon Alfano, Coy Beller, Diane Crevetto, Gary Crevetto, Brenda DeCaro, Kenny DeCaro, Don Dufresne, Judy Dufresne, Ann and Bill Dwelly. Betty and James Gamilla, Jacqueline and Stephen Hoover, Jackie Jacobs, Geraldine McKigney, Herbert and Linda Stansberry, Ed and Lawanda Tinsley.
Hey, Ricky, this is Independence High School marching band.
The Tigers!
There, go Tigers!
Independence High School marching band. Under the direction of Reggie Jackson. And also, we don't want to leave anybody out tonight. On Lieutenant Joe Smith's float, we didn't have really time to mention a lot of his riders. We also had Leland and Lana Sykes, Tammy Schaff, Dawn Lennox, Peggy Dronette, and Ricky Howes. Lisa Laurent, Jimmy Collins, Missy and Mary Dewey, Mary Lou Coates, Grant Byrne, Becky Rayford, Henry Niehaus, Lori Wells, Stanley Ryan, Judy, Clarity Tuttle, Harry Roberts, Nancy Bourgeois, Evan Smith, Corrine, and then we had Rose and Gary Arsenault, we also mentioned.
Okay, the next float up is Fire Station. Lieutenant Joe Troiani's float.
We got David Bradley, Sandra Bradley, Beverly Delat, Carol Kelly, Danny and Dorothy Kropog, Joe and Pat LeBou, Catherine and Ronnie Rossi, a couple of former kings and queens of Omega right there, Deborah Sepulvedo and Chris Troiani, Becky Fortenberry, Bob Fortenberry, and John Gamilla. This looks like Lieutenant Joan Gazzardo's float, the Park, which will be followed by another Lieutenant Joan Gazzardo's float, another popular lieutenant here, Movie Theater. We're going down the slides. Looks like we're playing some football. A lot of throws here.
And this is the Movie Theater float, huh? The one you just said, Joan Gazzardo.
She's got a lot of people on her float. She's got Dale Baum, Barbara Bordelon, Sandra Davis, Mary Dees, Nicole Dillon, Peggy Dronette, Clem Duval, and Anthony Heffley. I'm getting bombarded here. Frank Elkins, Don Fellows, Ralph and Sheila Gilliott, John Gazzardo, Shirley Hinkle, Faye Henry, Roy Dobbs, Ricky Howes, Kevin and Louis Pastor. Gypsy Prince is a member of that float, our queen tonight. Raymond Pierce, Kathy and Dale Robert, Sheila Roy, Victoria Terrio, Shirley Trish, Wayne Tucker, Karma and Jim Wallace, and Warren Wilkes. And here we have AWOL.
Go AWOL is Associated Wrangler Owners of Louisiana. And there's Josh Randall and his family.
And they have about 30 Jeeps in the parade this year.
Yep. You know, that organization, I have a Jeep myself. I wish I could have ridden with them. Oh, there's Tracy, his wife.
And friend Casey on the back. We wish we could name everybody tonight. There's just so many. It's just moving so fast that I don't know if we're going to get to everybody. Looks like Brian Drury here, Chief of Police.
Brian Drury and his family. Oh, that's coming up. That's not Brian. Oh, this is Brian Drury. Here we go. And his wife, Kimberly. And their boys. Fire District 2 Chief in Springfield.
I believe the G before him was Olaf Ross.
Yeah,
Olaf Ross. I believe he was king of Omega 1 year, a couple years back.
Yeah, well, matter of fact, we have that listed, but
over North Cypress Fitness Center.
Yep, North Cypress Fitness. Look at this. The Jeeps go on forever. They're just awesome. They have such a good time. They put a lot into their Jeeps, and like I said, and you see all the children riding on them, Ricky. They're really, they hold family events, camping trips and outings, and you know, off-road events. And I know they did the Veterans Day thing, a gathering parade over in Denham Springs recently. But they do a lot of stuff. Josh Randall has poured his heart into that. Not sure who the president is now. I think maybe Josh is again. They had gone through a transition, but look at these fine Jeeps. You know, Ricky, while the Jeeps are coming through, we don't want to take anything away from them, but I want to talk a little bit about the crew of Omega. And, you know, they have something very unique that they do on Friday mornings. They start out about 6 o'clock in the morning, and they meet and they go up to Killwood, and they come down Highway 51 to each of the small towns, and they visit with the mayors and the staff at each city, at each small town, and so they include the whole parish on their activities. The whole day, they end up in Ponchatoula having lunch served to them, and I got to visit with them in Independence today. I went and took a few pictures and different things, and it was just so much fun. The children turn out to catch beads and see what's going on, but that is so unique. You know, a lot of the parades, they have balls, which the Crew of Omega does. They have a lot of events, but I don't know of any other one that has the trek on the day of their parade. So it's an all-day event. You know, the Crew is a non-profit organization. It provides a monthly newsletter to each of its members to ensure that they're familiar with the Crew events and news. And they have all kinds of things to do. They have dances, they have gatherings and parties and fundraisers and different things. They visit nursing homes and schools. They try to really, you know, pump up the morale and of the surrounding area. And it really helps the businesses. I mean, tonight, all of these businesses in this area are going to profit from this parade. People are out, they're spending money, and they're enjoying themselves.
You know, the Crew does a lot of community service throughout the year, have a lot of social events. One of the things they love to do, and the people who come and visit, because one of their main missions is to spread the economic growth in the parish and to get the word out that this is a great parish, bring our tourism up, and really be ambassadors for the parish and this whole surrounding area. One of the things they do is during basketball season, they go to the top 28 playoffs hosted here at Southeastern, and they throw beads for the people who come from out of town, maybe from northern Louisiana, who do not get to experience that very often. And the people love it. They go crazy in the University Center for them.
You know, I've gone off for work to other areas. I've been to Orlando, up into the New England area, and we would go to meetings and we would bring a box of beads, and the people at these meetings, they would absolutely go nuts over the beads, just like people are doing here tonight. It's just this thing, this tremendous uplifting of the spirit, South Louisiana tradition that just brings so much fun to everyone.
And just like to comment as we come to the last Jeep here, hey, these people did a lot of work on their Jeeps tonight. From Killwood High School.
Let's listen to them a while. I hope they stop and play for us here.
They're under the direction of Kenneth Butler, Mr. Kenneth Butler, director of the Killwood High School Marching Band, along with looks like maybe their cheerleaders, their dance team.
Oh yeah, they're rocking for us.
looks like we're going to hear a little more from them here.
I think so. I was just reading on here, Killwood High Magnet School Band. So they've created some magnet schools in Tangelo Parish.
As we listen to them come by, we talked about Springfield's football team earlier. Killwood also made a deep run into the playoffs. Always have a great program with Coach David Courier up there in Killwood. That was pretty good. I don't know about you. I like that band. We got the big wheel wrecker coming through.
Oh, this is the Pocket Posse New Generation.
They jamming out. They got their own sound system.
Yep.
Got a porta potty on there. They don't have to go anywhere.
Uh-oh, look at the guy with the mask. That's pretty cool. All the kids. These people make these, it's a fun family event. Now, this one coming up is Bob and Carol Cronledge. Family and friends. Bob and Carol are Christmas elves in keeping with the theme of the parade. The best things in life, and Christmas is certainly one of them.
Riding on the float are father, daughter, and grandchildren. Three generations. Bobby says it's in the family blood, and daughter and grandchildren will continue the tradition. Happy Mardi Gras! Merry Christmas! And here we have the Loranger High School Marching Band, the Wolves, from Loranger, Louisiana, where our current king and queen are living nowadays, up there in Loranger. They're going to play for us here, but speaking of football teams that we've been talking about all night, another good one up there, Coach Sammy Messina, and we mentioned Amite and Independence also have wonderful football teams. A lot of great athletics in this area in Tangelo, Livingston, St. Tammany Parish, Washington Parish.
I just want to point out these helmets and these uniforms. I believe this is the best uniform so far.
They look pretty snazzy.
I'm telling you, I like that. Oh, got some dancing going on.
The Loranger High School Marching Band, the Wolfettes, the Majorettes, the Color Guard, under the direction of Mr. Brennan Arsenault. Great job, ladies and gentlemen. Great job, boys and girls. Love the uniforms.
Yeah, I like those. Miss Heart of USA, Brianna Trailer, representing Miss Heart of USA pageant. Miss Heart of USA is a community service-based pageant that started to help a food bank in Dothan, Alabama. You can enjoy these queens by visiting www.missheartoftheusa.com. They are rocking. I'd like to be on that float.
This may be Fire Department and Friends.
Oh yeah, that's who this is.
Terry Stewart and Friends proudly put a float in the Crew of Omega Parade each year. The fire trucks are following them here.
Yeah, it's just a group of friends that get together. They're all in the fire departments and so forth. And they have, oh, look at there, how awesome. I got a teddy bear. I believe this is in the Albany Fire Department truck, Frank Gerard.
We can't say enough about the fire department, police officers, and what they do for the community and the protection and the services that they give Hammond and the surrounding areas. We have the Albany here, just north of Hammond. We'd like to thank them for being in the parade, for all that they do.
Absolutely. And here we have Children's International Medical Group. Zach Allen, Children's International Medical Group, located on Veterans Avenue, is proud to offer quality pediatric care to Tangelo Parish. From well checkups to pediatric specialties, Children's International is here for all your pediatric needs. We have the Ponchatoula High School Marching Band, the Green Wave. And boy, the kids just can't get enough of those beads. Look at them. All right, I know they're going to stop and play for us. We got our crew out on the street, Ricky, stopping the bands for us. I know Amanda Winburn's there. She's stopping the parade, though, making sure the band's stop in the right place for us. We appreciate it, Amanda.
Pretty nice job there by the Ponchatoula High School marching band from Ponchatoula, Louisiana, the Green Wave. You know, I mentioned earlier about the crowd that we have out here tonight down in downtown Hammond and how it was maybe one of their largest crowds that I've seen. It's probably the most bands I've ever seen in this parade. We have like 6 or 7 bands tonight. It's almost every school in the parish. Maybe I think Sumner maybe wasn't here. I think every school in the parish is here, and then we had Springfield from over in Livingston Parish tonight. It's great to see the whole parish represented in
I have really
in the parade tonight.
It's just been a thrill. Now, I know this lady coming up here is Miss Lila Hogan. She's running for family court judge. Now, I spoke to Miss Hogan. She's the only board-certified family law specialist that's running, I believe.
And the Krewe of Omega does not endorse any commercial or political.
That's Patsy Posse, I believe, isn't it?
I'm not sure. Or any political affiliations, and they do not throw any commercial or political throws from their floats.
That's Miss Lila right there. Hey, Miss Lila.
This way may be Family and Friends United. David Burton, another faithful local float who participates in Krewe Parade every year.
Yeah. I spoke with this gentleman and David Burton. He said it's a focus on the family bond with friends and family, and they really want to develop a stronger youth support in the Hammond area. So it's just friends and family that get together and try to, be positive for the community. It's awesome. Hey, this truck that just passed, the Raptor, that's just a young guy that and his neighbors, they decided to get in the parade and have fun. So,
Ronald McDonald dancing away in the parade tonight.
And this is options they recycle. I was going to tell you before the sirens get here that Navarre's famous king cakes, I know they're not a sponsor, but you know what? They have the best king cakes around. If you ever get a chance to try one, try it out.
Now, Chester, we're not supposed to be plugging people there.
Maybe we can get Ernie talk him into sponsoring us next year. I know Beth.
We have WSTY TV also. Miss Beth, we want to thank her for videoing tonight and for broadcasting. And Mr. Reggie doing the private crew filming tonight for the King and Queen. Here we have the Big Wheel Wrecker again, followed by the Hammond Police Department as we wind down Krewe of Omega 2013.
Man, it's been a great parade. I think this is the best one ever.
We want to also thank Star Equipment Tractor for providing the equipment tonight.
Reggie, we just want to thank you on behalf of Krewe of Omega. You're here every year filming for us, and I know the crew will enjoy so much what you've done this year. And once again, WSTY TV and Miss Beth Davis, Channel 22 on Charter. Hasn't it been just a fantastic parade this year? And we want to thank Joyce and all of her crew with